Hi everyone. For this snippet of information, Ben's going to go through some advice on how to navigate through the massive choice that you guys are lucky to have here in South Australia in terms of not only choosing a university, but trying to navigate through what subject or study area might be best suited to you.
This is how I went about choosing my degree, but I might just want to say there's no wrong or right way of going about it. So feel free to just use this as a guide. So I think one of the first things to think of, and it might seem pretty obvious, but think of any high school subjects that you're doing currently or you've done in previous years that you've really enjoyed. Mm-hmm. So obviously for me, legal studies was something that I found really rewarding and challenging. So law was a natural choice for me. But you might have other areas of interest. And I think it's good to not just think of stuff that you're getting really good grades in, but something that you find meaningful and fulfilling. Because if you're going to be studying in this area for the next 3 to 4 years, you want to enjoy it as well. Just maybe jot down a few subject areas, and they don't necessarily have to be school subjects. They could be just broad areas of interest. The second step is to think about how you'd like to apply this area of interest. So for example, if you were interested in science and you have a passion for interacting with young people, being a science teacher might be something that you might want to look into. Or if you like researching, you might want to be work in a lab or be an academic. So just think about, I've got this knowledge, I've got this area that I really enjoy and that I'm good at. How do I want to apply this in the real world? For example, let's say that you're interested in health and science and you love helping people in need and applying your skills to the broader community. You might consider nursing. Or for example, you might really enjoy doing legal studies at high school and you love investigating and sort of going through the nitty-gritty of different cases and facts, and you really like watching crime shows and find that really interesting. You might find criminology to be really appealing. I remember in year 12, I did a big mind map. So I had sort of my broad area of interest and then I narrowed it into different sections within that. And I ended up, narrowing down onto law and international relations. A lot of degrees are offered at multiple different universities. So I think obviously step one is I've got this degree, but now which university do I enroll in? Know that every university is different. So use the next couple of months as an opportunity to sort of learn about the ins and outs of the degree, look into sort of the specific subjects that are taught in those degrees. And like we've said before, that there are many unique opportunities that are outside of the classroom. And I found when I was looking at Flinders, the Washington internship, which was only offered, this is the only university that offers it in South Australia, that was really enticing. And that was a factor that led me to choose Flinders University as a place that I want to study at. I wish you all the best in the coming months as you narrow down your areas of interest.
Ben applied straight for a double degree. So there's lots of flexibility once you are at university to change as well. So Ben was really well researched and knew exactly where he wanted to go. I'm sorry, Ben, but not every student knows exactly what they want to do. So there is that flexibility to be able to change your degree quite easily once you are here at Flinders. So I wasn't like Ben. I started off in one degree and it wasn't quite matching what I wanted out of the degree. So I used my grades from uni and transferred into a completely different degree. But I was lucky I was able to bring what I'd already studied over into the new degree, so I wasn't starting from day one. So just keep in mind there is that flexibility, and don't put too much pressure on yourself that you've got to make this one decision and that's going to, set your path for the next 3, 4 or 5 years. You do have a lot of opportunity to change your pathway as you go along. So other than the opportunity to do the Washington internship, what else kind of made you decide about Flinders?
I was really impressed with the facilities on offer here. I remember the year I started was the year that the hub first opened, and I just saw the wide open spaces, all the computer labs and the student lounges, and I thought this is a really cool place to hang out and study. You have everything you need on campus, so even though Flinders is not situated in the city, you don't feel like you're missing out on anything. So there's a uni bar, there's various restaurants, there's a GP clinic, there's all your student support services on campus as well. I also found it very accessible. Even though I do live 30 minutes away. There's plenty of parking on campus. There's buses that run regularly from the city. So even though it wasn't as close as other places, that wasn't enough to talk me out of going to Flinders.
Yeah.
So I loved it.
We'll have the train coming direct to our campus, ready for next year as well. So Ben, what advice would you have for current Year 12s?
It's been a while since I've been in Year 12, but I do remember how scary it was, and it can get very stressful and busy at times. So I think it's really good over the coming weeks and months just to take it one step at a time. I know you guys probably have a lot of assignments lined up and possibly exams as well. So I found it good to not get overwhelmed with all the due dates in the future. And I still do this at uni, like I sort of just take it 1 week at a time, section by section. So that's something that I would really encourage you guys to do. And then before you know it, the year's over and you've graduated and you're at schoolies, having, celebrating the year.
Thanks for joining us, and we will leave it there. Thank you.
Thank you.